Here are 5 things I don't mind spending money on as a frugal girly. The first one is automatic cars. So I've only ever driven an automatic. My automatic cars typically cost between 15,000 to 40,000 more than the manual version of the same car. For me, it's an issue of convenience, and the clutch really abused me while I was still learning how to drive, and I don't want to go through that again. When I actually got my first car, I got a lot of criticism about having an automatic car as a first car. People would tell me, no, you're never going to learn how to drive. And they would say things like, oh, what if you're at home and the only car available is a manual and you need to take someone to the hospital? And I always thought, where will my car be then? So I got a lot of criticism from my colleagues. I also realized now that criticism is usually not about the other person. It usually has more to do with what's going on the inside of that person that they are projecting, like not feeling okay with their own choices. I don't plan on buying a manual car in this lifetime. So even if all manual cars were R1, I would still get an automatic. The second thing is experiences. I like spending money on things like weekend aways, trips, and animal experiences. That's one of my favorites. So I really like elephants, and I've been to see elephants 3 times already. On my honeymoon, we rode an elephant, and even when we went to a trip to Naisna a couple of years ago, we also went to see elephants. And I don't mind spending money on that because it's something that I love. When it comes to trips, I used to be a person who was very economical, especially when it came to booking hotels, until a bad experience that I had in 2022. I don't book anything that has a low score, and I am becoming accustomed to staying in 4-star and 5-star hotels, and I don't mind spending money on this because at the end of the day I will be comfortable. The next thing is workout equipment. So I've bought a lot of workout stuff. I think the most expensive workout equipment I've bought is my walking pad, and in future when I have more space, I want to also create my own little personal gym and buy equipment for it as well. Whether I will use it or not is a different question. The fourth thing I don't mind spending my money on is coffee. I am an absolute coffee lover. I drink coffee every day. The only thing I'm missing from my life right now is a coffee machine so that I can make good coffee at home, but that will probably be fixed by next year. For me, this is a simple thing that brings me joy, so I see it as a good investment because it just makes me happy. I spent so much time at Seattle Coffee when I was pregnant, drinking decaf, of course, that the employees at Seattle Coffee actually nicknamed my baby Butterscotch Baby. The last thing I don't mind spending money on is books. There was a year that I actually spent about 3,000 Rand on books. I know that's a lot, but I've actually fallen out of the habit in the last couple of years, but it's something that I actually want to reinstate this year. It's actually one of my goals for Q4 as well, that at least by the end of this year, I need to have read 2 books. And the 2 books that are currently on my radar is Morgan Housel's The Art of Spending Money and Percy Singo's How to Make Your Salary Work for You. So you can see that being frugal doesn't mean that you never spend any money. It liberates you to actually do the things that you do enjoy. So